We got our own clique, strong people, finally getting into our own, Give me respect. You make it, carnal. Don't fake it, we just take it.
What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing, and it will help out this channel. So today, I wanted to just touch on this very sensitive topic. And I was gonna leave the Tory Lane stuff alone, but I got this wild comment on my YouTube channel. I wanted to share it with you guys, and then I wanted to get your guys' feedback, but we need to put this guy up on game. So this is coming from Groovin 4th A7, or Groovin for the 7. Stop lying, he says. That yard is not a SNY yard. SNY and 50-50 yards are not the same. First and foremost, I guess you ain't up on game, because 50-50 yards is only on level 1s and 2s. They have not made any level 3s 50-50, and that's facts. Now, you could spin it however you want to cover up that your favorite rapper, Tory Lanez, is in a protective custody yard, but we wouldn't have expected anything else from him, to be honest. He's not from Cali, he's not from the US, he's from Canada. He's not associated to any gangs, so that was the best route for him to go. Allegedly, at least he thought. Who knows? I think he might have been safer on the main line, if you ask me, where there's real politics, real rules that you gotta abide by. It's not different factions, all these different STG gangs, man, and I ain't even throwing shade on nobody. I'm just calling it for what it is. Nowadays, it seems like the GP yard is a lot safer than the SNY yard. And that's just facts. From everything we're seeing, there's been a lot more chaos and drama going on these SNY yards than on GP. And that's facts. So let's keep going. He said, SNY yards and 50-50 yards are not the same. SNY is protective custody and 50-50 yard is not. 50-50 means general population with some no good people mixed in. This incident didn't happen behind no visitation. Stop lying. Tory Lanez was targeted and a victim of retaliation for the riot the Mexicans lost on the yard 3.5 weeks ago. Now that's something that I had already heard happen. There was already There was already a riot in the yard between the blacks and the Mexicans there. So if something like this was to transpire, it don't matter who's around. It don't matter who's around. If it was motivated because of that, it would have went up again. Straight up. Whether the next child movement, the next medical movement, the next school movement, next work movement, it would have went up in the kitchen with the kitchen workers. If all they had was essential workers, because that's what they do when people are on lockdown, it's only people that they consider an essential worker are let out to go cook, go clean, go pass out the food, whatever they got to do. But if it was that serious, somebody would have took flight on somebody already. It hasn't been, so that goes to show you that it was more personal than anything. So let's keep going. It says, he was a victim of retaliation for the riot the Mexicans lost on the yard. It says, behind those walls, skin color comes first, and with the Southsiders push, la raza. Y'all need to stop saying that. Anybody on that yard has denounced their Southside affiliations, has denounced all their affiliations, and 9 times out of 10, they're probably part of an STG prison gang. And if I need to put you guys up on game, what those gangs created for, those gangs were created to combat active Southsiders, to combat active members of the organization 1-3. And that's just a fact. So let's keep going. So For the participation on the Mexican correctional officers, Tory Lanez became the target after the Mexicans lost the riot. It's all about the raza. And Mexican CEOs are feeling a certain type of way when they people lose. So this is when they come into play. The Mexican administration had Tory Lanez in a cell alone on a tier full of Mexicans. You guys are believing what Spider-Loc and whoever Spider-Loc talked to, you guys are believing that way too much. In no prison, nobody has that much control to be like, oh, hey, I want this whole top tier to be none but homies. You really think people have that much control over the staff that if we wanted to have a whole tier to us, we would have a whole tier? Now that just sounds dumb right there, straight up. So let's keep going. It said the Mexican administration, it was a setup. They opened only a black cell that is a single and the Mexican cell at 6:30 a.m. Why only Tory Lanez cells? So he wouldn't have any assistance from his people in the building who was locked in their cells. Now, according to sources, this all happened during work and school movement. Maybe on that tier, there was no other brothers going out to school or with that movement. That's why only certain cells were open. But I guarantee you, like I said, if it was something racially motivated, the brothers stick together. Brothers stick together with that. Too black, too strong, it don't matter where they at. It don't matter if they on a GP or SNY yard. It's too black, too strong, and they stick together. So, you mean to tell me that homeboy did this? No other brothers jumped, but if it's racially motivated, not only no other raza got caught up for it, they got cameras inside the building. Whether people got hit and they ran or whatever, they would have had it all on video. So they would have said it was several individuals, but only one stayed on him. And that's a fact. So let's go with the facts and let's not go with hearsay or with whatever your heart wants to tell you. Because I'm going based on facts. Let's keep going. It says, why only Tory Lanez cells? So he wouldn't have any assistance from his people in the building who was locked in their cells. The setup's been going on in the system for over 40 years. Southsiders and COs together against the black inmates. Just the way it has been in the system. Now, let me school you right on when it comes to stuff like that. If you really want to get real, there's more blacks working with COs than there is homies. And that's just real. Why? Because a black can go up to a CO and talk to them by themselves without getting questioned. Any homie goes up to a CO and tries to talk to them, they need to have a shadow. They need to have somebody else with them, and that other person is listening to make sure there ain't no foul play. And 9 times out of 10, them raza COs, they hate us with a passion. They hate us with a passion. You don't believe it? Oh, the prison guard, Hector Bravo. He said it himself. He'll tell you himself he hated homies. He despised homies. There's a story where he's talking about he's seen a female CO messing with a homie and how it just rubbed him the wrong way. And he ended up telling on that female. He ended up getting them both caught up. So all that fake narrative that the razas working together against the blacks and this and that, man, y'all painting a straight fairy tale. Y'all stuck in your feelings. And y'all can't come to the fact that Tory Lanez was on a PC yard. He was on a SNY yard, not no 50-50. There ain't no such thing as a level 3 50-50. Look it up yourself. It's only level 1s and level 2s. You don't believe me? All right, let's Google it. put level 3, 50 yard California prison. I'm gonna just put CDCR. Let's see CDCR. Let's see what they have to say. Non-designated programming facilities. We are sending this information in response to your questions on concerns about the California Department of Correction and Rehabilitation changing of some prisons, buildings, or yards. Non-designated programming facilities. We know these changes have caused or are causing some people anxiety and concern. That's just the letter about the NDFs. I'm trying to read it just with you guys, man. Damn, they put out a whole memorandum on it. I'm trying to see what level 3. Let's see the answers on the bottom. Let's see this one. What prisons are non-designated programming facilities? It says in November 2022, our inclusive housing module created to mitigate 2018, eliminating the divide between them. It says NDPFs are an inclusive housing module created to mitigate stigma and promote self-help. The current system has bred new gangs within sensitive needs yards. The CDCR began transforming level 1, level 2, and some level 3 prisons into non-designated yards in 2018. Currently, there are 3 facilities at RJ, Facility D, Facility E, and minimum San Quentin State prisons transition from general population facility to non-designated. Federal satellite low security. Entire prisons with both EOP buildings and non-EOP buildings that are non-designated. San Quentin in November 2022. So it might be, we're gonna have to look it up. To my understanding, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. To my understanding, so far they have only done it on level 1s and 2s. I believe they did do it in Donovan. Donovan might be one of the only level 3s, or Tehachapi might be. But what I'm trying to get at is that regardless, it's considered protective custody, man. Whatever way you want to spin it, it's considered protective custody, man. It's your boy Santo G. If you guys have any more information, let me know in the comments. But I just wanted to clarify that, man. A lot of people are mad because we're not spinning the narrative that it was race related. A lot of people trying to cause friction, and it ain't like that. It was something personal, and as more comes out, I'll keep you guys updated. But This was it for now. It's your boy Santo G. Real, raw, and uncut. Let's get it.